And as I was in the water, something touched me. Something touched the back of my foot.
Love like a mountain that cannot be moved. Just as an eagle, I found freedom in you, a peace which brings me.
Hi loves, hi members, how are you doing? I am back with another story time, guys. Do you remember when you would go back to school after the holidays and you would write the comprehension about the day I'll never forget? This is one of those days. So let's get right into the story. During the school holidays, my parents used to take us to my grandmother's house for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We used to go to my grandmother's place in the village, and it used to be so exciting for me because, like I said, I would be with my cousins. Yes, Dr. Amy, my cousins. I would be with my cousins and my sisters, and sometimes not all of us would go because this particular holiday, it was me and my elder sister, my cousin and her elder sister. So we had our adventures in the village. One of my cousins, he was a boy. He was staying with my grandmother, and he would take care of the cows, the goats, and the chickens, and so he would be moving out of the homestead, and us girls, we would be there cleaning, cooking, getting the water, all of the duties that the girls would do. But when we had finished our duties, we would go and look for our cousin because he seemed to be having a ball outside of the homestead. So on this particular day, we decided to go fishing. We were fishing and we did catch some fish. They were tiny, but they were edible. But that is not the story. The story is that as we were at the river, by this time I didn't know how to swim. I taught myself to swim when I was, I think, 13 going to 16. Those 3 years were the years that I taught myself to swim. So before then, I had swimming lessons in primary school actually. I don't know, I guess I just lost the muscle memory because at this particular time, I think I was like 10 or 11. At this particular age, I didn't know how to swim. This is significant. Here we are fishing, and then we decided to go on a rock. And someone pointed out a crab. We thought it was a crab. We all thought it was a crab, and we were pointing it out, and I don't know if it was the excitement or what, but I leaned forward and I fell into the river. My life flashed before my eyes because none of the people I was with could swim. We would play in the river, but in the shallow end. None of them could swim. And this place was deep. And I remember my elder sister. She was trying her best she gave me her hand, right? And the rock was slippery. If you've ever been close to the rocks that would be like the closest to the water, they're very slippery because they have moss. They're very slippery. So my sister would be slipping, trying to give me her hand, and then when she tries to pull me up, I would go back and she would let go because she would then be falling. So there would be no point for both of us being in the river with no one to rescue us, right? But she tried, my sister tried, and she finally got me out. All I remember was sitting on the rock and crying because I literally thought that I was gonna drown. And I remembered, as soon as I got into the water, I remembered the thing that we thought was a crab. And as I was in the water, something touched me. Something touched the back of my foot. And I don't know if it was the crab. But I just said to myself, I was crying because I was just like, thank you for saving my life. Thank you. It was so scary. But I survived it. So that is the day I will never forget. I will never forget that. But that holiday had so many adventures. Yeah. That holiday was adventure filled, and we would never forget that holiday. All four of us, we will never forget that because it helped us bond actually. Everything we went through, we bonded more over it, but it was just a trip. Let me just say that. If you've gotten to this part of the video, please let me know if you've ever had some village adventures that happened to you and why you would never forget them. And I'll see you on Friday.